Welcome to the STARS program, seniors taking active roles in society. And now, here's your host, ANITA FINLEY.
I have a familiar voice and a familiar person, except I can't see his attractive face because we're all doing this from our homes or somewhere, but not at the studio. But it's JON Ahlbum, AHLBUM, and he is the founder of the Ahlbum Insurance Group. And my goodness, things have changed, haven't they, John? I mean, I don't know what's going on with you. Why don't you fill us in about your company and what's going on?
We're just working remotely. You know, the agents are working from home. When we have to do a sales meeting or anything, it's done by conference call now instead of face-to-face. And we've done some mailings to people to tell them that we'd be glad to help them and that we specialize or well-versed in virtual sales, and that once this is all over, we'd be glad to come, you know, meet them face-to-face so they know who we are. But
well, you know, years ago, everything was done face-to-face. You know, I mean, that's how you dealt with people, right?
Oh, yeah, you used to do door knocks, just randomly walking down the street.
Oh, those are the days. Did you do that?
Yeah.
And how did you know who was going to want your insurance? It was just a hit or miss.
You never did. It was just knock and hope, you know. Right,
and you hope that they'll let you in or talk to you. Of course,
right.
I guess when you first started that, people weren't afraid of strangers. They were more neighborly, weren't they?
Yeah, it was different then, a lot different. And now it's, you know, nobody wants to answer their phone, let alone open the door. So.
Right. But, you know, your company has been around. How long have you been around? Let's tell everybody that again.
Our agency?
Yes.
26 years.
26 years. And did you start here in South Florida?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And what did you do before this?
Before insurance, immediately before insurance, I was a sales manager at a boat dealership in Pompano.
A boat dealership. Well, that's only appropriate. Did you like boats?
Oh, yeah, it was fun. But then my wife died, and I had 4 children at home, and
oh yeah,
I didn't want to have them grow up with a babysitter as a parent, so I found something I could do and be able to spend time with them too.
My goodness, did your mother help? Did a family member help you, or was it all on your own?
No, I was alone. We'd moved to Florida then, so I was here on my own.
How old were your children?
The youngest was like a year and a half, and the oldest was 16.
JON Ahlbum, my goodness. And wow, you learned fast, though, didn't you? I guess the older helped you, the older ones.
Yeah, they all chipped in, and it was all, we became very close.
Did you know how to cook at the time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but
I learned how to cook better and do more nutritional meals because I was more of a grill cooker, you know.
Oh, right. You know, when you think about it, times have really, though, changed. I mean, and then thinking about what happened to you, it's not, even if you lose someone you love and you have no children, you can imagine, but then you had to be the mother, the father, and you had to, you know, be the pastor. You had to be able to take care of their needs. And it wasn't just physical needs. It was emotional, wasn't it?
Yes. But it was, you know, I really never got a chance to be emotional because I was so busy the whole time that it just kind of flew by. But
yep. And are you all still very close? I would assume so.
Yes, we are.
Well, JON Ahlbum is, I bring this up because when you're dealing with people, especially monetarily, and people, insurance or finance, you really need to find people with a heart. And I can truly attest that JON Ahlbum has a very big heart, and he's very gentle. He's very generous. He's really nice, and of course thank goodness he found a wonderful woman now who's been his wife for a long time, and he has he has brought his wife but also his son into the business, and I think that says a lot about you, John. You must be easy to deal with.
Maybe that says it, yeah.
Well,
but
let's tell everybody what you do. I think that's important. And I know John so well because my insurance has been with his company for so long, and that's the United American Insurance. And it has such a great reputation. How long has United American been around?
They were founded in 1947, right after World War II. And then they started selling Medicare supplements the day Medicare became Medicare.
Right, and at that time, there was only Medicare supplements. There weren't a lot of other choices, were there?
Right, exactly. Yeah, they were one of the pioneers in the supplement business.
Mm-hmm. Because a lot of things have taken place since then. I guess the government has what they do for you, and then there are other organizations, and then they started doing other things. So your company has stayed, meaning United American, pretty true to what its message has been. They provide the insurance, all the insurance that you're supposed to get. In fact, I think it's a good time for me to share this, that my husband and I both have had United American Insurance for a long time, and my husband went through 2 knee surgery. He went through 4 hip surgery, and we never had any out-of-pocket costs because of the United American. Did you know that, John?
You had told me that before, yeah.
I mean, that's like it's historical and hysterical, actually.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm sure you hear that from other people.
You know, when I first started, one of the biggest referral bases that I had was doctors. Because they would all say, oh, we want our patients to be on United American because the company pays faster than any other company out there, and we get, we get paid and we can keep moving.
Yes. Yes, and but you can see that. Yeah, go ahead.
It's part of a big company now. I mean, every company is, I guess, in the country, but it's the only company I've ever been involved with insurance-wise over the years that has one division that's just set up. It's called agency service, and it's dedicated to agents and agencies with a crew in there that they're trained to help an agent with a problem, with a question, trying to do something for a client or whatever. But the only ones they talk to are agents, and it's service-wise. It gives us a chance to, I really think, to be on the top with service, and it's kind of like dealing with a family, because you get to know all these people so well that are in that department.
Do other companies have such a division?
Not that I've ever seen. Most of the companies that do Medicare supplements, especially, as soon as the sale's made, the agent is taken out of the loop and they go to an offshore customer service center.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why when you call there, many times you can't understand them and they don't understand you.
Exactly.
Huh. Well, that says a lot. So that's why you've been with this agency for so long too. And why is there? And so you have it down here. Are there other people that carry United American down here, or are you pretty much an exclusive company?
No, there's a lot of other independent agents and agencies. We are one of the top agencies in the country. For the last 10 years, we've been the top agency. Really? Mm-hmm.
That's why. Oh, that says a lot. My goodness. But you've been doing it a long time, and you work so hard at it. It is always amazing that I have recommended so many people to you, and I know that's what they Well, they start to say, well, but it costs this. I said, listen, just trust me. You will be so happy that you went with them, and they have been. It's great to refer people that when you know you've done someone a real favor, and I've always felt that way with you. So we're talking about United American. Let me give you now some information that you can make that phone call. You won't see them right now, but they will make sure they see you in the future. You'll get a nice call from them, and I'm going to give you. Let me give you their website. It's Ahlbum Group, AHLBUM Group.com, and you just have to. That's their website, and everyone's getting on websites now. The one good thing about this terrible coronavirus is that the web now has pretty much taken over. People are on Zoom. They're on all sorts of things that they never would have gotten on. We are taking our website, which we've had, and we're going to expand it greatly because we think that people really like to be able to sit there now, have their computer or their laptop or something in their hands and just do it. But I will tell you, you don't want to. You can call them, and I'm going to give you that number, but what you want to do is you really do want to meet them eventually. But we just did the AHLBUMGroup.com, and I don't want to give them your cell number. What number should I give them to call the office?
Right now, probably the cell number is the best number to give.
Okay. Okay. So the cell number for John Ahlbum is 954-609-5357. So everyone get your pencils out. 954-609-5367, correct?
5357.
I'm sorry, what did I say? 56. Okay, I'm going to do it again. 954-609-5357. You got that, everybody? We'll repeat it before we end this, but that's the number to call, 954-609-5357. Get on their website, AHLBUMGroup.com. Now, let's just talk about what does it mean to have a United American policy? I mean, go ahead, sell me on the phone.
What does it mean?
Yeah.
Well, we'll start from scratch, I guess.
That's what I'd like you to do, right?
United American is really, and as far as the country goes, it's one of, if not the largest, one of the largest agent-sold policies. What I mean by that is with United American, every policy that's sold is sold and represented by an agent. Some of the companies now have customer service people and stuff like that. If you call an 800 number, you can just, enroll in a supplement over the phone. But UA is stuck with the agent service agent system, and it really works because if a client has a problem, they only have one number that they have to call and one person they have to speak to, and that's their agent. And if they need advice, or maybe they're going to travel out of the country and they don't remember how foreign travel emergency works, or they need to have an operation and they need advice on, what do they do as far as claims and how's it going to work, and we can re-explain to them how the policy works, how everything's going to be taken care of, and so on and so forth. We do explain the different policies from A to G, or A to N nowadays. We're there to answer any questions they have. People have a lot of different questions, so they're not always the same, but we're prepared to answer them. We help them with that. We advise them on the fact that they'll need a drug plan at some point as soon as their Medicare starts. Some of the agents are licensed with drug plans. Personally, I'm not, because I didn't want to be. There's 27 choices this year, I think, on drug plans.
You're kidding.
And there's no way you can be, appointed with all of those. And I didn't want to be appointed with one or two and say, well, let's use this one because I'm getting a commission. So by doing it by not being appointed with any of them, I can just go to the Medicare website with them and walk them through and help them get signed up. And, I do it as a customer service thing instead of as a way to make an extra dollar or two.
Right. I appreciate that. That's really excellent. What could possibly be in all those, huge amounts of differences? What would make a difference?
Well, some of them have their formularies. There might be a particular drug that is only that's cheaper with Plan G than with Plan F or Plan X or whatever, So the formulary makes a difference. Their deductibles make a difference. And if somebody's taking a bunch of prescriptions, then what we do is we put all their prescriptions into the Medicare website, and it comes out and starts from the lowest cost drug plan and works its way up so that they've got choices. And it also, another variation with the Part D is the pharmacy. Some people have a particular pharmacy that they want to go to, so then we have to find a pharmacy that is one of the preferred pharmacies on a particular plan. So we can help them with that too. But
I think I get something off from my pharmacies from you, don't I?
Mm-hmm. But one of the worst things, I think, of the whole Medicare deal is the drug plan, because every year it seems to get more and more expensive as far as the prescriptions go.
Amazing. I don't know if you have a dog or you go to a vet, but talk about expensive.
Yes.
The vet prescriptions are expensive.
Yeah, we've got one of our dogs. We have to give a couple of calming drugs to help her so she stops chewing her feet and stops being scared of every noise and everything out there. And they are expensive. But when finally the vet said, "Why don't you buy them online instead of from us? You can save money," and gave us a website.
Oh, wasn't that nice of him? My goodness, yeah. I was thinking, are you giving him, or is it him or her?
It's a her.
It's a her. Have you been given any CBD stuff? Because I have a company that I use, and it's very good for pets. It really makes a difference. Have you considered it?
No, but I'll talk to my wife about it. She may have thought about that.
I'll send you the information, because it's a company that I've known the guy that runs it for years, and they have really it's called Perfect Edge. It's really very good. So I'll send you that information. Anyway,
awesome.
Let's keep going back when you were talking about the medications. So when people get on, they always say that on the HMOs, they'll say no cost for this, no cost for that, no cost for this. But isn't it true that you don't get all if something's wrong, you don't get to take care of it the way they do with United American? Usually you don't ask questions. They go to the doctor they want, right?
The greatest part about United American, or really any supplement, is that you can go to any doctor that accepts Medicare. There's no network. All you need to do is call and make an appointment. Where with the Advantage plans, some of them have very strict networks that you have to go to. Most of them have co-pays. Some of them only have one or two hospitals that they participate with. So maybe you have a primary doctor that you like, but yet you have to go see a cardiologist and maybe have some testing done, and your doctor isn't in conjunction or isn't in a network with the cardiologist you want to see. So you can't see him. With a supplement, you can. All
right.
you need for a supplement is somebody. You don't need a referral. It's recommendations. Somebody said, "Oh, I think Dr. Jones is really, really good. You should go see him with that heart problem you have." And all you have to do is call and make an appointment with Dr. Jones, and you're all set.
Well, in all fairness, I must say that we do have advertisers who are HMOs, and there are also HMOs who do better than other HMOs. But just so you know, there is a difference. Some people may not be able to afford the supplement cost, but if you can, it's better to take something else. Don't eat something that's expensive, or don't do something. And I think the supplements are great, but listen, there's something for everybody. It's just like there are all different kinds of cars, there are all different kinds of services, right? So, I know you understand that. And there's probably people that you go and you meet with, and you probably, when you walk out, you say, listen, you're great, and I wish you could do it, but it may not be for you.
Oh, absolutely. And then there's also the cost factor. There's some people that go on and have to go on virtually to the Advantage plans because of money. The Advantage plans have low or no premium. They all have co-pays and big out of pockets if something goes wrong.
Right.
But up front, people can get started for virtually nothing. But we find more and more people want to go to supplements just because they want to be able to see a particular doctor, or have the freedom of choice to go see a doctor if something is wrong.
Well, John, you also said something I think is very important. It's the catastrophes, because if you have a catastrophe, I don't know how they take care of all that, but I know that United American does, and there are a lot of people that get off their insurance. I don't mean seniors, but maybe they're terminated at a job, or they leave, and they then have to get their own insurance. And many of them don't really they get the least expensive, and what they want is the catastrophic part of it, not so much the everyday part. Is that true?
Right. Exactly. Yeah, there are policies out there that are really just catastrophic.
Right, because that's when the bill is $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. What are you going to do? And,
right.
And of course, I don't.
Most people can afford the whatever it is, it's copay at a doctor's office if they have to, or the payment at a doctor's office. Where they run into the problem is with, as you say, is if something catastrophic happens.
Right. Yeah, the hospitals, everybody is suffering now, especially with coronavirus. They're going to be in short supply. You're going to be able to get help, but they're just right now overwhelmed with just taking care of what they have to take care of. So it's, and it's hard. Everything's hard. Have you, unfortunately or fortunately, have any of your clients gotten it?
I haven't heard of any. I haven't heard of any. Thank God.
Yeah, and would you normally?
Normally, if they did, I would hear something, yes. They would call and ask for advice or help or something like that.
Mm-hmm. So we're all being very careful, aren't we? Very protected, very careful, I hope. That's really important. And I know that I have to go out and take my dog for a walk, and you do too then. For your dog walks, right, outside?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And so I always wear a mask, and I have my shoes. I bring my shoes in. I spray them down. I usually put alcohol in his feet when I get back. And, I'm trying to be very careful. And I'm sure you and your family are doing the same.
Yeah, and our dogs love to go out back. Fortunately, we have a fenced-in backyard, so they can go. Oh. They can spend time out there, too, but they do like to go for walks, so.
Yeah. Oh, okay. But it's easier for you. You don't have to go out 3 times a day and walk and then do all the stuff you have to do. And that's not as bad. But so are you going places, or are you pretty much staying at home?
I'm really the only 2 places that I go is I'm home, and I'll go to the office once a day to check the mail.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the phones on, forwarded and everything. But I'll check the mail and then return mail. It has to, be taken care of, or policies come in for an agent, for a client, and I can get those mailed back out to the client. And I go to a couple times, Donna and I've gone to grocery shop, but that's about it. I very rarely go into a store or anything else.
Right.
I mean, I saw a funny thing online the other day, and I got a kick out of it. That, boy, with the gas prices down, I'm getting 3.5 weeks to the gallon.
That is funny. I hadn't heard that, but yeah, there are a lot of benefits to this in the sense of the outside part of it, and what we're learning a lot about, I think, ourselves, and even I think a lot of people are losing weight at home. Well, some people maybe not. Maybe they're eating chips and a lot of that stuff. But for those of us who eat a pretty healthy diet, I know my appetite just isn't the same. I guess it's not that I'm depressed. I'm just, worried, upset. And so I've lost some weight, which I'm glad.
Yeah, I feel that I have too, and I'm getting more exercise. Like when I come to the office, we're on the second floor, and there's a double stairway that comes up and an elevator. But I chose to start climbing the stairs instead of riding in the elevator because I'm in the open
Right.
that way,
Right, it's safer, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's our music, and I want to thank you so much. I want to give everybody it's Jon Ahlbum with the Ahlbum Group, and you can get a hold of him on the cell phone at 954-609-5357, or you can get on his website, which is AHLBUMGroup.com. Thank you, and please be safe, Jon, and we'll talk soon.
And you stay safe, too, and thanks for me.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.